Well, I guess this is my Game of Thrones series finale video. Alright, I give up. Where's that petition? Son of a bitch! So this is the ending they done gave us. What a flaming pile of shit. And I'm pretty sure you're all feeling the same way I do.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck, motherfucker! Motherfucker! You know how fucking stupid you fucking are! No!
What are you staring at, you bald-headed Jew prick?
About now, you still wired in?
This is Last Grossman. Who is this?
This is Flaming Dragon!
Oh, okay. Flaming Dragon. Fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face! Now, I don't know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to head down there, and I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up!
So where to start, right? Let's just start with the episode. So Jon just strolls up into what's left of the throne room and just offs Dany like it ain't nothing. Just kills her, right?
Still alive. No. Fucking piece of shit. God. Don't die. Look at me. Look at my fucking eyes.
So, I mean, that kind of action really fits with Jaime. But, because, you know, he's the Kingslayer, right? So now Jon's the Queenslayer? Or the Queen Killer, as Tormund would say. It just felt so unearned and crap. Just crap. And you could say, well, it you know, if they had a couple more seasons, that would have been okay. No, it wouldn't have. No. You built up Dany for too long. How many heroic shots of Daenerys have we seen, especially at the end of seasons? All the best shots, man, the things that get you up get you the most jacked up. It's all been Daenerys. I'm not going to go through them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But no, we're just going to just kill her off. No political drama. Just end her. And then Drogon, right? Drogon. I thought he was going to kill Jon. Would have been fitting, at least, with that kind of suck-ass stuff we were already dealing with. But no. He melts down the Iron Throne. I mean, what is he doing? Is he making like a handicap ramp for Bran? Dumb. And what I don't get, Dragon flies off with Daenerys' body, and apparently Jon tells the Dothraki what happened, or tells Grey Worm what happened, and Grey Worm lets him live. Aren't these guys killers? Isn't that the whole deal with the Unsullied? They're kind of like ruthless Terminators, emotionless killers. Alright, Daenerys is their queen. They love her. They follow her. They don't have to. She let them go. She said you could do whatever you want. They follow her. So for 2 weeks they're going to sit on him. And the Dothraki aren't going to do anything? They're just gonna be like, oh, okay. These guys kill for fun. For fun. And they're just gonna allow the Dothraki would have been playing hacky sack with his head.
Okay, you hear little girl, Frankie? You hear little girl, Ace? Is that a little fucking girl? What happened to the fucking tough guy told my friend stick it up his fucking ass, huh?
There would have been no argument from Sansa. And then, of course, Bran becomes king. This might work in the books. This might work for George R.R. Martin, who has put a lot of importance on the character of Bran. And when you could have a lot of exposition and information. But the show didn't go that way. Not with Bran's character. You know, he had a job to do to get the Night King in a certain spot where they can kill him. But he's not near as important as everybody else. He's a B-level character in the show. It came across as lazy and stupid is what it did. Lazy and stupid. That is not what these writers are. They are not lazy and stupid. I don't know what the hell happened in this episode. Maybe they wanted to hurry up and rush through it so they can get going on their Star Wars stuff. I don't know. It doesn't even make sense. Bran? I mean, he didn't even want to be the Lord of Winterfell. He said, I am no longer Bran Stark. I am the Three-Eyed Raven. I guess until a better position opened up, then, okay, I'll take the kingship. That's a hell of a lot better than Lord of Winterfell, I guess. It doesn't make any logical sense. And so far, Daenerys being killed when she was, Jon killing her, Jon surviving that. I mean, you got the dragon, the Unsullied, Dothraki, no one kills him. That is illogical as hell. Makes no sense. Bran taking the throne, agreeing to be king, makes no sense. And just that whole scene right there. Alright, so you got Grey Worm, you got Tyrion in chains, you got the surviving lords of Westeros, including Sansa. That whole scene was a joke. When you got Sam suggesting, hey, maybe some democracy will work, and then everyone gets a good laugh out of it. That's cheap. It was basically slapping your fans in the face. I mean, a big part of a show like this is people making videos like this. And a lot of, theories and stuff like that, those kind of videos. And it really does help, with the popularity of your show. It's a great show, but it helps elevate it even further. And you just took your hand and smacked him right across the face, intentionally. So that's the way it looks to me. Now, I never made a lot of theory videos on Game of Thrones. I had a few, but because it was fun to do. Such a great show. And it lends itself to that. But you're going to take a shit on your fans like that. But there's something else about Bran being king that just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make logical sense. Bran is a Stark from Winterfell. Sansa, Stark from Winterfell. So Bran agrees to be king, everyone backs him, and then Sansa wants to secede from the Union. It's like Robert E. Lee being the President of the United States. Can't happen. He's no longer a citizen of the United States since he succeeded. It's the same thing with the Starks. A Stark can't be king if their country or their kingdom has seceded from the 7 kingdoms, making it 6 kingdoms. Where's Bran's backing? You got to have an army. You got to have something to be a king. And he doesn't. He has Jack. Why didn't Dawn say the hell with this? We haven't had a lot of luck being in the 7 kingdoms or the Iron Islands. They have no loyalty to the Starks or to Winterfell. or to Bran or anyone else. Why don't they secede? Why didn't everyone start seceding? That's what I'm saying. That was such a poorly contrived piece of shit storyline or plot or whatever the hell you want to call it. Bran being king. In the books, it could work. In the show, it has no place in the show. Stupid. And then there's the small council scene, the new small council. Why is Bronn the master of coin? He's a sellsword. Alright, sure, he's got Highgarden now. Lord of Highgarden. Why would he take the master of coin position? Why would you offer it to him? Does he even know how to count? He knows what a bag of money feels like after he kills somebody. The logic in this show, it just went to shit. They just said the hell with it. The hell, they didn't even think it through. They didn't even care when you're making decisions like that. But then the whole small council scene is just such jackassery. And then there's Sam with the book Song of Ice and Fire. It's like, okay, I understand you took certain things from Lord of the Rings, and it was done more out of a tribute. But that's straight up stealing an idea. That's what that was. That was straight theft. You know, you can't end it this. You can't have that trope in there, that Lord of the Rings trope. You can't have it. You've done enough of paying tribute to Lord of the Rings and all that crap. Can you be original? Maybe. So at the end, Jon's story wraps up. Going to the Night's Watch, in which there's no use for a Night's Watch anymore now that there's not a Night King. There's not an army of the dead. There's no whites anymore. So he gets banished beyond the wall, and I guess he's going to be the new Mance Rayder, new king of the beyond the wall and beyond the north. So basically, Jon's ending is telling you, the reason he ended up like that is telling you that there's absolutely no reason why he was ever Aegon Targaryen. That should have never been. It's meaningless. I mean, why did he have to be told he was Aegon Targaryen? That you needed a payoff there, right? Bran said he needs to know. That wasn't Sam's decision, who also figured this information out. It was Bran's decision. He needed to know, and he wanted Sam to tell him. Why? Because he's never going to be king. He's never going to be king. He's going to get banished to the Night's Watch. Are you kidding me? That all that buildup of the Targaryen crap, and it just fizzles. It just lands flat. They do nothing with it. It serves no purpose other than a little cheap-ass plot point to cause drama between Jon and Daenerys. You got to be able to break them up, right? There's better writing in a little cheap-ass, preteen novel than this crap. That's what I expect out of some Twilight crap. Not this. Aegon is meaningless, so we're just going to call him Jon Snow because there's absolutely no reason for him to be Aegon Targaryen. Except the only reason for him to be a Targaryen, I guess, is just to be able to get past Drogon, get into the throne room, and kill Daenerys. That may be the only other point to the damn thing. Stupid. And then the final indignity. What we are left with. You got Bran, who becomes king in Westeros. Sansa becomes Queen of the North. The most annoying bitch in the damn North becomes Queen of the North. Fine. She becomes Queen of the North. Jon goes north of the Wall with the wildlings. Arya goes west. Lands unknown, becomes an explorer. So what's the saying, people? The lone wolf dies and the pack survives. What the hell happened to that? What happened to that? So all these reunions and coming together meant nothing. Meant nothing. Well, that was cool for a minute. And we were kept being reminded. The lone wolf dies and the pack survives. Over and over again. But at the end, everyone becomes lone wolves. All the Starks go their own separate ways. Folks, this is the most disappointing, shittiest ending I think I've ever seen. Because this is the greatest show I've ever seen. The most well-written, the best production, one of the best acted shows, one of the most creative shows. And then they throw this ending. And look, through the entire season, I'm defending this thing to family, friends. I didn't make really a whole lot of videos. I think I made one video on it. Made a video on The Long Night where I defended that from a lot of people that had problems. I've defended this show over and over and over again through this last season. But, you know, with the caveat of, hey, I'm going to wait till it all plays out, till the final episode hits. I see it and I can put it in its proper context. I have seen it. I found it wanting. It sucks. Completely sucks. And now that I look back on the entire season, well, the haters were right. The whole season sucks ass. Supreme ass. Because it led to this meaningless, mindless, rushed, emotionless piece of shit ending. Now, before the season started, the showrunner said, hey man, we're doing everything we can to end this thing great. You failed. They knew they couldn't make everybody happy, but they're going to try like hell to end this thing in the best way possible and to make the highest percentage of people happy. You failed. This thing's going to go down in history, kind of like with Lost. Like, what? Was it 8-9 years of greatness? 8 seasons overall? We felt we got gypped. We kind of got gypped at what could have been a great ending. You know, and everyone's going to say, it should have went like this, it should have went like that. And that's the sad thing. There's so many people online who have better endings in their own head. You know, and they're not as talented as these guys that are writing this show, the showrunners. None of us are as talented as those guys. Yet, they shit the bed. They're like a team that has a great regular season, does awesome, even does awesome in the playoffs. They get to the championship round, that final round, and just shit the bed. They can't finish, and they get dusted. It ain't even close. It sucks. They suck. The only time in the whole season they suck, where it all counts, and they got to walk off the field as losers. That's what this is. These guys shit the bed. When it was time to bring it all home, they shit the bed. They can't close. That's the problem. They didn't close this thing out right. And like I said before, with all the woulda, shoulda, couldas, hey, I have an idea too. Should have had the Night King go down to King's Landing somewhere around episode 3. Wipe out Cersei. Turn Cersei into a White Walker. You know, bring that gigantic million-man army, million undead army from King's Landing to Winterfell. Have your final battle in episode 5. And then 6 be the aftermath. And at the last episode, Bran has this information about Aegon Targaryen, the truth of Jon's lineage, and decides, you know what? Just let him be. Let him be Let him make his own fate instead of clinging to the past and talking about where he comes from that doesn't even matter anymore. Let him figure out his own way. And if his way is loving his aunt that he doesn't know that it's his aunt, so be it. He's Targaryen, they do that anyway. Just because he doesn't know that, maybe he doesn't have to know that. But it's just that quick snap where, you know, all of a sudden they turn her evil. The first time you see her, she comes out dressed like freaking Darth Vader. All dressed in black, with the wings behind her. Trying to make her out to be as evil as possible. She's standing before her stormtroopers giving an Adolf Hitler speech. At no time in this show has she ever talked about going to war with the entire world to break the wheel everywhere. It didn't make sense when she worked her whole life to get to that point. She said, oh, screw that, we're going to take the war on the road. We're going to do a world tour, folks. From Winterfell to Dorne, from east to west, and wherever the hell. We're going to go kick ass on a 80 country freaking world tour. And maybe the ending wouldn't be so bad if the show wasn't so popular, or if it wasn't as well written. Like if it was just a decent show, you know, if it was Smallville, you know, or something along, you know, on that standard, where it's just, you know, it's got plot holes, it's not as well acted, it's not as creative, it's okay, you're having fun with it, and you just don't take it that seriously. But when it's done this damn well, and it just pulls you in, season after season, episode after episode, for 10 years, I think they owe you a little something better than what they gave you this last season. You know, it's not even the last episode. It's just how that last episode fell, and you put it in line with the other 5 episodes of the last season, and the whole season sucks. Which really sucks, because you got some great moments, you got some great scenes, you got some great action. There's a lot of greatness in this last stretch right here, the last season. Because these guys show you what they're capable of, the greatness they're capable of. But the direction they went, my God, man, it's horse shit. And I was planning on going back after the finale, going back and rewatching the entire series, just to kind of, I don't know, for nostalgia, everything else, just to go through the whole thing, just because I wanted to. I wasn't going to do a video on it or anything else. I just wanted to do that because it's such a great show. But it ended like this. You know, I'm not watching this damn thing again because I know how it ends. It ends like shit. Why do I don't, you know, all these things that happen that are dramatic or great, fun, whatever, why am I going to go through it all and relive these character arcs just to see how they end up? It's like, you know, why am I going to watch these prequels? I'm not watching these damn Game of Thrones prequels. I know how the whole story ends now. And it sucks. If it was a great ending, I'd give them a shot. But ending like this, you can kiss my ass. And that documentary that's coming up here in like 2 days, kiss my ass. I don't care about the behind the scenes. All I know is you screwed it up. No more Game of Thrones for me, dude. I'm not going to burn my game jersey or anything over it. But I'm just done. I'm done. I don't want prequels. I don't want documentaries. I'm not watching videos on YouTube about Game of Thrones anymore. It's over. They shit the bed. And unfortunately, it's the last episode. Alright? The shit is going to stain. There's no one, you know, there's no cleanup. It's just going to sit there, rot, turn white, and just stink forever. So HBO, you can take your prequels and you can shove them straight up your ass. Disappointment. Oh, such disappointment, dude. Anyway, thanks for watching Numbskull News. there's no good way to end the video. There's no good way to end it. You know, that's fitting. It's fitting. There's no good way to end this video. So, you know,